आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight, the world is watching and taking sides in the Israel-Iran war. We need to take a stand as well. We really need to. 26 Air India flights cancelled in a single day. And the DGCA gives them a clean sheet. This is not an airline. It's a complete mess. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all very well know by now, I am no great fan of neutrality. I believe that neutrality very often is nothing, ladies and gentlemen, but a gentle, translucent mask that we put in order to avoid taking a stand. Neutrality allows us to sit on the fence while seeing what is wrong being perpetrated for decades and allowing us an opportunity to say that we'll be neither here nor there. But we cannot be neutral between Israel and Iran. Yes, we need not join the war, but that does not mean we can be neutral. We have to think not just about our geostrategic interest. We have to think about our people. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot forget that after Operation Sindoor, Ayatollah Khamenei stood with Pakistan. Which means after Pahalgam, Ayatollah Khamenei, Imam Khamenei, he was the first person Shehbaz Sharif met. And they sat and they spoke about the need to stand together. So when Iran did this, did it ever think about India's strategic interest? Did Imam Khomeini, we stay with that picture, did he ever think that what I'm doing is fundamentally wrong? I'm sitting with a man who has carried out the butchery of innocent Indians who were told to either read the kalma or get shot point blank in the head. Did he say so? No, he did not. He did not. All that Khomeini went with and all that Iran went with was a perceived sense of Muslim brotherhood. And that is why he said that at a time when the warmongers in the world have numerous motives for creative conflicts and wars, the only way to ensure the security of the Islamic Ummah is the unity of the Muslim nations. So all that mattered to Iran was unity of Muslim nations. What the Lashkar-e-Toiba did not matter. What the Jaish-e-Mohammed does not matter. What Masood Azhar has done, what Hafiz Saeed has done does not matter. All that mattered to Iran was that Pakistan was a Muslim country, and therefore they were playing upon the sense of Muslim brotherhood and Muslim unity. And the irony is that the same Ayatollah Khamenei finds himself completely alone today. There is no Muslim nation that is standing with him. They are standing with themselves. Bahrain is not with him. Jordan is not with him. Syria, of course, is no longer with him after Assad has fled. Saudi Arabia is not with him. Egypt is looking the other way, and Turkey is simply looking out for itself. So why should we back Iran, ladies and gentlemen? When Iran sides with terror proxies, rather, should we say that just like we will not stand with Iran, we will also give them reasons for doing so. We will remind Iran that it stood against India, that it attacked India after the abrogation of Article 370. And I find it acutely worrying that there are people in India who in the name of Muslim vote bank politics are telling us to support Iran. Why should we support a country which said that we were bullying Muslims in Kashmir? Those were the words used by Khomeini, who said that we are oppressing and bullying Muslims in Kashmir. At that point of time, Khomeini thought that he would be the leader of the Muslim world. And it is therefore sweet irony tonight that no Muslim nation, not even Pakistan really is with him. But rather we must remind people today, that we must side with Israel, because Israel is a victim of terrorism like we are victims of terrorism. You just look at the two visuals and ask your viewers, what is that you see? October 7th, attack by Hamas, April 22nd, Pahalgam attack. What do you see? You see innocent people being killed because they are not Muslims. And what does this represent? It represents jihadi terrorism. The kind that is okay for both Asif Munir and Khomeini. In the name of Muslim unity, they want to either associate or look away from this kind of violence. Israel and India are victims of jihadi terrorism. If we don't stand with each other, then who will? It's not about our trading relations. It's not about the technology transfer. It's not about our defense cooperation. It is simply about standing up for what is right in this world. And terrorism is bad. And Iran is today, along with Pakistan, one of the greatest sponsors of terrorism and exporters of terrorism. Between Pakistan and Iran, they support the Hizbul Mujahideen, Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hamas, Hezbollah, and Houthi. And this has been the base around the Al-Qaeda. This has been the support structure for the ISIS. And tomorrow, if we say, even after what I have said today, and I want you to share this video with everyone, because even after this, if we do not remember that Israel has stood with us every time, and Pakistan, as a country, is simply anti-Jewish, why else would they send terrorists to target Chabad House during 26/11? Will we forget the picture of the baby boy whose parents were killed in front of him? Will we forget our lessons of 26/11? You still say, which way should we stand? We should stand with the victims of terrorism. And between Iran and Israel, one is a perpetrator of terrorism, Iran. One is a victim of terrorism, Israel. We should therefore, on that one axis alone, stand with and completely with Israel. Let's debate.
אנחנו ביומו השביעי של המבצע, זה שבוע מאז שהתחלנו אותו. זה מבצע שנראה קרוב אבל הוא רחוק, הוא 1,500 קילומטר מגבולות ישראל, עד 2,000 קילומטר. אנחנו מעמיקים את הפגיעה ונמשיך לפגוע בה. יש לנו עוד מטרות רבות לפגוע בהם. המבצע הזה נערכנו להמשכיות שלו. ככל שאנחנו מעמיקים את הפגיעה, אנחנו מאפשרים לעצמנו עוד מרווח ואפשור של המבצע לאורך זמן. נמשיך לפעול לאורך זמן, עד שנעמוד ביעדי המבצע.
Escalation in West Asia has completed a week, but signs of a ceasefire are nowhere in sight. Today, Iran once again launched a barrage of strikes on southern Israel, and Israel is looking at the United States eagerly on whether it will join the fight.
קבעתי שאנחנו נשיג את כל היעדים שלנו, את כל מתקני הגרעין שלהם, בכוחנו לעשות את זה. אבל ההחלטה של הנשיא, אם הוא רוצה להצטרף או לא, שוב, זו החלטה שלו. הוא יעשה מה שטוב לארצות הברית, ואני אעשה מה שטוב למדינת ישראל. ואני חייב להגיד שעד לרגע זה, כל אחד עושה, מה שנקרא, כל תרומה,
מתקבלת, טוב.
בברכה.
The US is not giving any clear indication of whether it will enter the war despite all of Trump's rhetoric.
I have a message directly from the president, and I quote, "Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks. That's a quote directly from the president for all of you today.
Iranians are playing hardball with the Americans.
ما خواهان مذاکره نیستیم. آمریکایی‌ها خواهان مذاکره هستند. چند بار هم پیام دادن. پیام‌های خیلی جدی هم دادند. ولی ما صراحتاً به اونها گفتیم که تا وقتی که این تهاجم و تجاوز متوقف نشه، اصولاً حرف از گفتگو زدن، حرف از دیپلماسی زدن جایی نداره. ما در حال دفاع مشروع هستیم از خودمون و دفاع به هیچ وجه متوقف نمیتونه بشه. و با آمریکا به عنوان شریک این جنایات هم هیچ صحبتی نداریم.
The same Iran that once spoke about mediating between India and Pakistan during Operation Sindoor today stands in the dock for its own actions of supporting the axis of evil in West Asia.
Visiting India at a time when we are responding to a particularly barbaric terrorist attack on 22nd April in the Indian Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir. This attack compelled us to respond on 7th May by striking at cross-border terrorist infrastructure. Our response was targeted and measured. It is not our intention to escalate the situation. However, if there are military attacks on us, there should be no doubt that it will be met with a very, very firm response. As a neighbor and a close partner, it is important that you have a good understanding of the situation.
Questions are now being asked, with whom should India stand? Israel, who backed India's right to defend itself after the Pahalgam attack? Or Iran, whose supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei sat across Shehbaz Sharif in Tehran after Operation Sindoor and called for the unity of the Islamic world against quote-unquote warmongers.
You know it better than anyone else because you already have a rival that is a nuclear power. And you know what are the consequences of dealing with that. Imagine we would have to face the same situation. Israel, tiny Israel, that is 150 times smaller than India, both in size and in population. So the consequences of dealing with a nuclear Iran are far more grave than dealing with Iran now. And that's why we acted now.
Israel today is facing an existential crisis. The only question remains, where should India stand on the Israel-Iran conflict?
So my debate today is very simple, Deepak Saab. My debate is on who should we support. We talk having global debates out here. We've had a lot of global debates, haven't we, viewers? Who should people support? We've had Russians, we've had people from Turkey, we had people from Iran, we had people from Israel, we had Americans. But somehow the main subject which people are interested in, and they told me, Arnab, first, what should be our stand? And I said we should support Israel. I'm very clear. I put a disclosure on this. I'm not saying we send our army, no. I'm saying, but between these two countries, who should we support? I say we support Israel, right? Who do you think we should support? I welcome Sushil. I welcome Shalini Ali, fiery debater, joining us there, National Convener, Muslim Rashtra Manch. I welcome Professor Mujibur Rahman, Professor of Politics and Public Relations at the Jamia. And he's joining us from Chennai, and Atikur Rahman, very well-known Islamic scholar. You start, sir.
Thank you very much,
sir.
Always a privilege to be with the world's greatest news anchor. Can I reverse roles for 30 seconds?
Okay.
All right. I'm the president of the World Buddhist Center in the nation's capital. Do Buddhists have the right to exist?
Oh, yes, sir.
Do Sanatanis have the right
to exist? Oh, yeah, they do.
Do Sikhs have the right to exist? Do Muslims have the right to exist?
Oh, yes, they do.
Christians have the right to exist?
Yes, everyone
Final
has.
question. Do the Jews have a right to exist?
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Why you are asking me that? You asked Atikur Rahman that question, do Jews have a right to exist? See, the moment you asked me the question, he started answering.
So therefore, sir, my question here is, please, sir, let me complete, sir. My question here is...
No, he's not letting you talk.
If there is a nation that declares its policy as the extermination of the Jews, I'm sorry, as a Sanatani, I don't want to have anything to do with you. Because I do not like this idea that one community can be destroyed on the basis of their beliefs. No, I'm sorry. And if they are fighting for their survival, so be it. Sir, I'm extremely sorry.
So 1 minute. No, let him complete. Now you're being unfair out here. He is a civilized man. And he wants to finish what he's saying, and he feels strongly about it. Atikur Rahman, I know when Deepak is serious. Deepak ji is very serious today. Let him speak, and then you come on.
All I want to say is, sir, in my extended family in the United States, we have a Jewish daughter-in-law. She's Hasidic Jew. What a wonderful girl, married to one of my nephews. It's just wonderful. She doesn't have the right to exist. The kid is called Noah. He doesn't have the right to exist. I'm sorry, sir. There is something wrong. There's a non-sequitur. There's a lack of communication. Whatever their policies, the basic issue is their existence. And therefore, as far as that is concerned, I say in Hebrew today to the millions of people who are watching your show in Israel, Pitzakon le-Israel, victory to Israel in your fight for survival. In your fight for survival.
Okay. Now you can speak, Atikur Rahman.
May I respond? Thank you, Arnab. Mr. Vora, Ayatollah Khomeini Sahab have never questioned the
Audio is not
existence
clear.
of
The audio will have to be fixed. Only then I can get you on the debate. Producers must do a better job. And till then, I bring in Professor Mujibur Rahman. I suggest a better phone line to be used. And I should not have any excuses about not getting his audio right. Professor Mujibur Rahman, why don't you answer that question? Do Jews have a right to exist? Professor Rahman.
Yes, Jews have a right to exist, so also Iranians have a right to exist, I think. So there is no debate on this particular question. It's a community which has enormously contributed to the humanity. So therefore, there may be some fundamentalists in the Jewish community. But that
audio is all bad today. But that's not the way Khomeini looks at it. He doesn't think Israel has a right to exist. He wants to eliminate Israel and eliminate all Jews.
Well, Khomeini and Netanyahu.
Louder.
Yeah, Khomeini
Louder.
and Netanyahu, each of them have their long-standing problems. This is not something that started 2 years ago or 10 years ago. It is more than 30 years.
Sir, has Israel ever said that Iran cannot exist?
No, sir, never. Never. It's not in their constitution. It's not in their thought process.
You believe Professor Rahman is drawing a false equivalence between Israel and Iran on that point?
Of course it is, sir. There is no equivalence there at all. The Jews have never said that the Persians or the Iranians have no right to exist. On the other hand, we've had the regime there say that the Israelis have no right to exist. No, sir. It's not true. The Israelis are a very open-minded people. They are fighting for their survival. Who's to blame? You can discuss that later for the war. But the basic ideological principle there is the survival of a race. And we know what they've been through with that Hitler character, sir. Of course they have a right to exist. They have found shelter in India. They've always said they've been very happy in India. Sir, my heart is with the Jews. My heart is with Israel. And I'm not ashamed to say this, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Rahman? Mr. Rahman?
Yes.
Do you believe we should be neutral between Iran and Israel? I believe we can't be. We have to support Israel because Iran supports Pakistan.
It's not a question of neutrality. As far as India's foreign policy is run by extremely professionally competent people. You know, our foreign policy is articulated by two important statements that Prime Minister has made. One is that this is not the era of war. The second is that terrorism is a crime against humanity, which he made recently in Canada G7 summit.
I can't get the audio.
That is the core guiding principle in which India's foreign policy is pursued. So I am quite convinced that Indian foreign policy...
Okay, Atik, I take that. Atik, are you back? Atik, hello. What's your audio line? How's it going? Atik, say something. Don't shout, but say something. Huh?
Am I audible?
You are always audible. You are now more audible.
Thank you.
Now tell me one thing. Tell me, I pull a picture to you tonight. I'll pull a picture. Sushil, Shalini, see the picture of Khomeini meeting Shehbaz Sharif, and they're saying sweet nothings to each other. They're saying, we are all together, all together. These evil countries like India want to provoke you, but we must have. And he says the only way to ensure the security of the Islamic Ummah is the unity of Muslim nations. The only way to ensure the security of the Islamic Ummah is the unity of the Muslim nations. Still, I think after seeing this picture, you will not support Iran. As a true Indian, after what I have said and revealed, and after seeing this picture, post-Pahalgam, when innocent Indians, Hindus and Christians mostly, were asked to take off their trousers and recite the kalma, and those identified as non-Muslims were shot in the head, their skulls blown off. After that, Atikur Rahman, Khomeini supported Shehbaz Sharif, which means he supported the people who carried out Pahalgam. I don't believe after what I have told you, you will still support Iran. You will not, because for whatever reason, you are a proud Indian. You cannot support someone who goes against India, carries out terrorism, and you can't do that. You can't. I know you are a Zakir Naik supporter, but even then you will not support Iran. No, I know that, because at the end of the day, these two people are sitting together finding ways to target India. And by the way, let me tell you one more thing. After this, what I'm saying, you will certainly after this, you will not support Iran. He says the Indian government is oppressing Muslims and bullying Muslims in Kashmir. Khomeini said that. After what I have told you, you can never support Iran. I don't believe you'll be so anti-national in your view. You are many things, but you can't be so openly anti-national today. Don't pretend you've lost the line. You are there, you can hear me, you can see me.
Arnab, can I come in? Because
no, but Atikur Rahman is now beginning to adjust the screen because he's thinking that after what Arnab has said, how can I support Iran? He can't support Iran. He won't. I know he won't. He's not a pro-Pakistani. Atikur Rahman is many things till now. Atikur, please unmute yourself. This also you are acting. You will now say the audio is not going through. Don't look uncomfortable. Answer my question. Again, your audio, just have to press a button with your finger on the screen. Can you hear me? Now see, he's deliberately muted himself. Unmute yourself. Unmute.
Arnab, the issue...
No, he's acting. He is trying to mute himself. Today. Unmute yourself. Atikur Rahman, एक उंगली को अपने स्क्रीन के बाएं साइड पे ले जाके नीचे ले जाइए, हल्के से दबाइए, आपकी आवाज सुनाई देगी. या एक्टिंग कर रहे हैं आप? See, he's continuing. That is very suspicious behavior.
Arnab, can I come?
No, but this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is so bad. But somebody has to tell him, no? Aditi, my production team has to tell him, talk to him.
You know,
No, this is bad. My production team has to talk to him, call him, talk to him, fix this. Because I want to buttonhole these people. Yes, till then, Shalini.
You know, Arnab, I'm very, very glad that you have brought this topic right onto the table in front of the whole nation, that who is it India should support. There is no doubt, there is no question where our support should be. It is with Israel today. The people who supported us, who wholeheartedly came out in support of Operation Sindoor, who are against terrorism, we are the Muslims of India. We are not Muslims from anywhere else. We are Hindustani Muslims. We stand with our country. There has to be no two ways that we can even think of supporting Iran or Pakistan. In other words, we have to support that country which is standing against terrorism. They stood against terrorism where the Hamas was also concerned. And as a matter of fact, the Palestinians should have also stood in support against the Hamas. When we speak about terrorism, we cannot forget how they brought in religion as usual, asking those tourists, those people to recite the kalma and then killed them, shot them dead in front of their families. We, when attacked Pakistan, and when we attacked Pakistan for their terrorist activities, and that also in the terrorist hubs, we did not attack any civilian over there. That's what India is all about. We talk about what needs to be done, where the cure is, and how it has to be treated. It's not only about the whole ummah coming in forward together. Today, the ummah that is coming in together, who are holding hands, are those people who have always funded terrorism activities, who have wanted terrorism to take a rise, and who have wanted to actually create a kind of a notion that we are above all. Religion does not come above all, and where the fact of war is that yes, everything is fair in love and war included, but the cause of war is what is most important. And today, people who are supporting Iran in our country, don't support Iran for the wrong reasons, because they are the ones that are supporting terrorism. They stood beside Pakistan.
Should I ask this question? Should I ask this question directly now? Directly,
This has to come out.
I'll ask.
This has to come out.
No, see, Shalini, I think I should be direct now. Are you saying that we should support Iran because it is a Muslim nation?
Not at all.
No, not you. I'm saying Atikur Rahman, Mufti Ziai. If everything comes down to, are you a Muslim nation? I'll support you. Then you will say tomorrow Pakistan is a Muslim nation. You will say tomorrow that Pakistan bhi Muslim desh hai.
Pakistan is not a Muslim nation.
Pakistan is not a Muslim nation.
State.
What is it?
Pakistan is a terrorist state. It's a rogue state.
नहीं ये सब काउंटर बैलेंसिंग मत करिए मेरे साथ.
नहीं कोई काउंटर बैलेंसिंग.
पाकिस्तान इज अ मुस्लिम नेशन. आपको बुरा लगेगा बट दे आर इस्लामिक रिपब्लिक ऑफ पाकिस्तान.
But who do not agree that Pakistan is a terrorist state? It's a known terrorist state.
काउंटर बैलेंसिंग मत करिए.
You have objections to it?
You are supporting Iran because it is a Muslim nation. और क्या रीजन है आपकी?
Pakistan is
no, what other reason do you have? You are supporting. आप क्यों सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं? मैं आज मुफ्ती मंजूर जियाई साहब को पूछना चाहता हूँ. मुफ्ती मंजूर जियाई भी हमारे साथ जुड़ गए और हमारे साथ सुशील पंडित भी है. देखिए मुफ्ती साहब, एक तरफ राष्ट्रवाद, एक तरफ राष्ट्रवाद, राष्ट्रहित पहलगाम में जो हुआ, उसके बाद राष्ट्रहित में हम पाकिस्तान के साथ खड़े रहे और पाकिस्तान के साथ कौन खड़ा रहा? पाकिस्तान के साथ हाथ किसने जोड़ी? पाकिस्तान को किसने कहा कि वी मस्ट हैव यूनिटी ऑफ मुस्लिम उम्मा बाय हैविंग यूनिटी ऑफ मुस्लिम नेशंस? किसने कहा? तुर्की ने कहा और ईरान ने कहा. तो राष्ट्रहित इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. मुस्लिम यूनिटी की कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं आनी चाहिए था. राष्ट्रहित इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट.
बिल्कुल
है ना? तो हम पहले भारतीय फिर हिंदू हैं. हम भारतीय फिर हिंदू है, हम भारतीय फिर मुस्लिम है, हम भारतीय फिर सिख है, भारतीय फिर ईसाई है. इससे नेशनल इंटरेस्ट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. आप भी कहिए ना, आप भारतीय पहले. यू आर फर्स्ट इंडियन ना, नॉट अ मुस्लिम. आई एम फर्स्ट इंडियन देन हिंदू. मैं कह रहा हूं आई एम फर्स्ट इंडियन देन हिंदू. आई एम फर्स्ट इंडियन देन हिंदू.
You will be trolled then.
I will be trolled. No, I don't care. I am saying I am Indian first then Hindu. Nobody will troll me. Nobody will troll me. मेरे लिए नंबर 1 है राष्ट्रहित, राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि. हमारे नेटवर्क का स्लोगन है. क्या कौन ट्रोल करेगा? अरे किसकी हिम्मत है ट्रोल करेगा? सच्ची सनातनी हूँ, सच्चा सनातनी हूँ, इसलिए राष्ट्रवाद की बात करता हूँ. आप भी करिए ना. Why don't you say I'm an Indian first then a Muslim? आप बोलिए, आपको कौन ट्रोल करेगा? आतिकुर साहब, आपको कौन ट्रोल करेगा अगर आप कहेंगे पहले भारतीय हूं फिर मुसलमान हूं? कह दीजिए, कहिए ना. आप भी कहिए, आप कहिए आई एम फर्स्ट इंडियन देन मुस्लिम. बोलिए ना.
फर्स्ट इंडियन देन द शरिया. माय रिलीजन इज विद इन माय हाउस, विद इन माय मॉस्क. My religion is within my house, within my
religion inside house, outside house by wall. ये सब फिर subtlety की चक्कर है भैया. सीधी बात करो. Anyway, why are you supporting Iran? Mufti Ziai, are you supporting Israel or Iran?
मैं सूफी हूँ और मैं पूरी दुनिया में अमन और शांति का सपोर्टर हूँ. मैं पूरी दुनिया में प्यार और मोहब्बत का सपोर्टर हूँ. मैं किसी के ऊपर में टेररिज्म फैलाने का सपोर्टिंग कभी नहीं कर सकता. मैं कभी इस बात की सपोर्टिंग नहीं कर सकता कि नियत ईरानियों को कोई आकर के इजराइल आकर के बम बरसा के चले जाए या ईरानी वहां पर जाकर के हॉस्पिटल में बम बरसा दें. मैं बिल्कुल हिमायत नहीं कर सकता. मैं तो चाहता हूं अमन, मैं तो चाहता हूं पूरी दुनिया में शांति, मैं तो चाहता हूं कि पूरी दुनिया में मोहब्बत हो. मैं चाहता हूं कि पूरी दुनिया में अमन और शांति हो। मैं कभी ये नहीं चाहूंगा कि IMF एक बिलियन डॉलर उनको पाकिस्तान को दे देवे इस बुनियाद पर कि ताकि वहां पर टेररिज्म को बढ़ावा देवे।
समर्थन किसका करते हैं? ईरान का कि इजराइल का? सीधी बात करते हैं आप। सीधी बात करने वाले व्यक्ति है, घुमा फिरा के पूरे डायमीटर का चक्कर डाल के फिर सेंटर में आते हैं। सीधे आइए, रेडियस से जाइए, रेडियस से जाइए।
बिलियन डॉलर दिया जाए,
आप सर्कमफरेंस में घूम रहे। सीधी बात करिए।
इंसानियत का नाम लेकर के,
इंसानियत के नाम पे मूल मुद्दे से हटने की कोशिश हो रही है। शालिनी अली, इजी आंसरिंग द क्वेश्चन।
को देखना चाहता है, कोई नहीं इतने बिलियन डॉलर का वेस्ट देखना चाहता है। बट अब जब जंग हो गई है तो आप जंग में किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं? कोई भी नहीं चाहता है कि जंग हो। जंग सॉल्यूशन नहीं हो रहा है, संवाद नहीं हो पा रहा है।
शुरू हो चुकी है, किसका समर्थन कर रहे हैं?
अर्नब, आप नहीं चाहते कि शांति रहे पूरी दुनिया में, पीस रहे?
मैं चाहता हूं। क्या हूती शांति फैला रही है? क्या हिजबुल्लाह शांति फैला रही है? क्या हमास शांति फैला रही है? क्या इसने 1200 इजरायलियों को मारा गया था अक्टूबर 7 में शांति के एक्सपोर्ट के लिए? पहलगाम में 26 लोगों को मारा गया था, कलमा पढ़ने पर मजबूर किया गया था शांति फैलाने के लिए। ये शांति की बातें मत करिए।
किसका सपोर्ट करेंगे?
लाउडर
जंग से बहुत सारी
बहन से कहता हूँ, बहन आप भी प्यार से बांट लीजिए ना, मोहब्बत बांटिए ना, अमन बांटिए ना, फूल बांटिए ना, आप भी कबूतर उड़ाइए ना, आप भी दूसरों को प्यार वाले
कबूतर उड़ाइए।
सुशील पंडित के लिए आए में
सुशील पंडित वर्सेस
हिमायत करने वालों के साथ आप
सुशील पंडित वर्सेस
इसलिए मैं चाहता हूं सुशील जी, पंडित जी, आप इतने होशियार जिम्मेदार आदमी है, बताइए अमन होना चाहिए या
एक छोटी सी मोहलत दीजिए, आपको कुछ याद दिला दूं इलाही साहब, छोटी सी मोहलत चाहता हूं आपसे
प्लीज।
आप ही के रसूल साहब ने फरमाया था हुब्बुल अतनम मिनल ईमान, फरमाया था ना,
हक है,
कहा था ना उन्होंने,
कोई इसमें दो
वतन से मोहब्बत जो है वो आपके ईमान का हिस्सा है।
मेरे जानों में है,
आप
मेरे कल्ब में है,
अपने वतन से गद्दारी नहीं कर सकते, ये आपके रसूल ने फरमाया था।
One at a time, please. सुशील नाउ एक मिनट जियाई साहब, सुशील जी को बोलने दीजिए 30 सेकंड, उसके बाद आप जवाब जरूर दीजिए।
रसूल ने फरमाया था हुब्बुल वतन मिनल ईमान, कि हमारे वतन से वफादारी हमारे ईमान का हिस्सा है। आप ईमान के नाम पर अपने वतन से गद्दारी नहीं कर सकते। ईमान के पीछे छुपकर आप वतन की कमर में खंजर नहीं घोंप सकते। ये आपके रसूल ने फरमाया था आपके लिए,
हिंदुस्तान के,
ये समझ लीजिए और इसको याद रखिए।
Okay. Sushil is replying to your strong point. Sushil is replying to your strong point. And now Mufti Ziai will respond. Everyone else will listen. Mufti Ziai साहब, strong point put by him. Please answer. Thank you. बोलिए। नहीं, सुशील जी, you're making दूसरे पॉइंट, ये पहले पॉइंट पे रिप्लाई कर रहे हैं। 1 मिनट बोलिए।
देखिए, मैं बहुत ही पूरी दुनिया के अमन और शांति और प्यार मोहब्बत बांटने वाले सुशील भाई से मैं कहूंगा, सुशील भाई, अमन होना चाहिए या नहीं, प्यार बढ़ना चाहिए या नहीं? हर उस शख्स के साथ हमें नफरत करनी होगी जो हमारे मुल्क के खिलाफ लड़ेगा या उसकी हिमायत करेगा। तो जिसने पैसे दिए या दिलवाए उनके खिलाफ हमें बात करना चाहिए या नहीं? टेररिस्ट पाकिस्तान को जिन लोगों ने पैसे दिया उनके साथ खड़ा होना चाहिए क्या भाई साहब? सुशील जी, पंडित जी,
I'm asking you one question now. I'm asking you one question now. I want to intervene here. First of all, Sushil, 1 minute. I would like to bring in Atikur Rahman. First of all, please make sure that you're not muted. You are cornered today. You don't have anywhere to go. You can't go left, right. The screen is in front of you.
From my side, it's okay. From my side, it's not muted.
Very nice.
Am I on air?
Very nice. Now listen to me. Listen to me.
No, I need to counter.
No, before you counter anything, you're not in you answer my question. You counter me. See, Sushil, please try to understand one point, Atikur Rahman. Don't conflate this with a religious issue. In everything, my problem is, Deepak sir, everything, directly, indirectly, people like Atikur Rahman bring it to religion. I don't want to talk about religion. Is this a religious issue?
No.
What is this issue? It's about terrorism, isn't it?
Right.
Why would you like to wisen him up on that? You tell him today. You have more grey hair than me. Presently. Presently, I would say. I don't know about the future.
It'll go even grayer. It'll become white, snow white.
Does not have answers to my simple question.
What is your question? You ask
my
Deepak.
simple
Okay,
question.
listen, I'll pull back. You ask Deepak. You ask Deepak Vora. Deepak Vora, Atikur Rahman is asking you a question. Listen to him and then. What is your question? Ask and you will be answered.
Mr. Vora, can you really say that today if anybody is supporting Iran, they are, supporting Iran on the basis of religion? I would say no. We are not supporting Iran on the basis of religion. If by that count, I will be supporting Saudi Arabia, which we are not. We are telling Saudi Arabia...
Sorry, but Saudi Arabia is not supporting Iran. Sorry, you got it wrong. Saudi Arabia is not supporting Iran.
So nobody is supporting Iran, sir. Iran is isolated.
No, one minute.
Please let him answer. Mufti Saab.
Saudi Arabia, because Saudi counts more for the petrodollars than support to the Muslim Ummah.
His audio is
and
not
this
right.
is
What
not
is
a question
production
of
doing?
Muslim Ummah. For God's sake, Mr. Sushil Pandit, how can you say that if I am supporting Iran, I am not with my nation India? India is my motherland, sir. Under no circumstances I will be supporting any foreign power which goes against the Indian interest. Why are you just blocking?
Because Iran is inimical to Indian interests. Because Iran supports Pakistan. Because Iran supports dismemberment of Kashmir from India. Because Iran is never in OIC, in Organization
seconds, Mr. Sushil Pandit, you are in speaking. People won't understand.
So bad.
And ask you that if Iran is a terrorist state or a supporter of terrorism...
Sushil, at least let me listen to Sushil. What is audio doing? Please.
Against India.
Can I hear Sushil? Thank you. The audio is not clear on that side. I'll get Rahman. I give a second chance to production to fix the audio. It's so easy. Take a phone line, put it in his ear, he'll talk clearly. Yeah. Now, listen.
The point is, those who have opposed India and harmed India's interest repeatedly, whether in OIC or in United Nations, on the issue of Kashmir, cannot be trusted, cannot be treated as friends. There can only be a relationship of convenience and mutual benefit, nothing beyond that. When it comes to existential issues, when it comes to issues of sheer survival, we have to be very careful in our choices as friends. I must remind you, there is a concept called Yahud or Hanud. Both Muslim scholars on your panel will know. Where is this hyphenation coming from? These are, Hunud means the Hindus and Yahud means the Jews. It is these doctrinaire Muslims who have combined the two of us as enemies of Islam. This is how they treat us. Ask any scholar with rudimentary information about Islam. This is what they do.
पाकिस्तान को पैसे देने वाले और वो पैसे हिंदुस्तान के लोगों को मारने के लिए इस्तेमाल होने वाले की हिमायत आप करते हैं क्या? पंडित जी बताइए देश को,
किसको कौन पैसे देता है? तो आप किस ख्याल शरीफ में हैं? यहाँ पर 1.25 लाख कलाशनिकोव पकड़ी गई हैं। हिंदुस्तान में, कश्मीर में 1.25 लाख कलाशनिकोव वो पाकिस्तान से आई हैं। आप समझ रहे हैं? ईरान, पाकिस्तान।
It's just one point.
हिमायत करने वाले कौन लोग थे? उनके साथ आप खड़े होंगे। मैं तो चाहता हूं
मुफ्ती सियाई, I want to know. मुफ्ती सियाई, मुझे जरा मुफ्ती सियाई साहब, please. I want to just one minute. So one minute. Sir, just 1 minute, sir. Aap Mufti Ziai Sahab, please listen to me, sir. Please listen to me, sir. Sir, please listen to me, sir. Sir, we are the land of Chanakya. Arthashastra said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Now, Pakistan has taken a civilizational vow to bleed India by inflicting 1,000 cuts. This is the policy of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. It has not changed. Iran has supported Pakistan in doing so. You must understand, aap history nahi samajhna chahte. Let me ask Mr. Rahman, he has a good idea about history. Is it true or not, sir, that on the 5th of May, Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, went to Islamabad and met Ishaq Dar, the foreign minister of Pakistan. And 2 days later, he came to Delhi, right? And he tried to balance it out. But he tried to be a mediator between India and Pakistan. Did we not tell him, make it very clear to him, we do not need any mediation. Historically, Mr. Rahman, post-Operation Sindoor, the first person Shehbaz Sharif was invited to meet was Ayatollah Khamenei. Is it not true? Does that not matter, or are we supposed to say, "Chul jai, bhul jaiye, ye sab cheezein"? Sir, what are you putting on? What is this placard politics you've started? Putting a sunglass and placard politics.
To you, I am giving a message to Mr. Sushil Pandit. You got the message, Mr. Pandit? You got the message?
What is?
You got the message,
Hate
sir?
Zionism. Sir, hate is the last word you should be uttering.
Yes.
The hatred on which an entire faith can be built.
Pakistan, because it's a terrorist state.
The hatred on which an entire politics could be built, the hatred on which an entire theology could be built, is something that you are aware of.
Hate should
be the last word. What is the meaning of the word kafir?
Who
is a kafir?
Why do you
Who is a kafir? Tell me.
Committed a genocide of the Kashmiri Pandits?
Who is a mushrik?
You hate
Who is
the
a
entire
kafir?
Kashmiri Muslims. Why, sir?
Who is a kafir? Who is a mushrik? Why are we wajibul qatl? Why are we wajibul qatl?
You are having
Why is hate against us?
You are having
Why this hate against us?
I need to.
They're speaking at the same time.
No, you are both speaking together and it's making it worse. Can you be quiet for a minute?
These are not the Quranic concepts, sir.
Sir, why don't you?
Why is this hate against
Sir, Sushil, give me a moment, please. I have to come into this and I have to sort this out because my production team is doing a terrible job tonight. See, the point is, first of all, fix the audio. I'll tell you one thing. I'll do it this way. 1 minute. Just hold on for a minute. Production team, if you have a phone, can you be quiet for a minute? If you have a phone, take your phone. I will call you. Put the phone in your ear. I'll hear you clearly. Can you do that, Atikur Rahman? Because through this Zoom or whatever internet connection, it's not going well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Now, sir, everybody is getting confused here. So, Deepak Vora, 1 minute. The point is simple. Forget your religious war, Zionism, anti-Zionism, Islam, Islamist, jihadi, beliefs, what your religious theories are, what my simple theory is. Iran is with Pakistan. Pakistan is my enemy. I am against Iran. I don't know why it's so difficult to understand.
And he does things that hurt me.
Yeah, and he does.
Hurts my vital interests.
Yeah.
They've been talking about, Ghazwa-i-Hind.
Ghazwa-i-Hind,
stuff. But finally, sir, from an Israeli perspective, just 15 seconds, Iran has the capability to fire missiles. They've been hitting Israel, tiny Israel. Mr. Pandit, what if one of these missiles was nuclear tipped? I rest my case.
Yeah. I asked the same question to Professor Rahman. Professor Rahman, do you trust Iran not to hand over a nuclear weapon to the Hamas?
It is their stated aim, repeatedly mentioned over the years.
Mr. Rahman.
Remember what Mahmoud Ahmadinejad said?
Today.
Destruction of Israel.
Tell the other panelists to keep quiet before I utter anything. As far as I understand, it is quite well known and widely known that Hamas are decimated. So the possibility of Hamas or Hezbollah as a big factor in Middle East no longer exists.
No thanks to Iran.
Let's be clear on this particular front, and let's also recognize that if you carefully examine the history, Israel and Iran had a great relationship for many decades. Iran is one of the early countries which recognized Israel's existence. So this whole politics is far more complicated than the way it has been framed in this particular debate. And as far as India's position is concerned, I think, as I said, there are two important statements that have been made by Prime Minister. One is that this is not the era of war. Second is that terrorism is a crime against humanity. I think that will remain the guiding principle of India's foreign policy. Every Indian must support that particular position because our
Mr. Rahman, you seem to be completely calm about terrorist groups. I mean, you seem to believe that Hamas is over, Hezbollah is over, Houthi is over, UAVs are not being flown by the Houthis, there is no piracy, everything is all right. Essentially, these are misunderstood groups. They are nice people who bad people like us call terrorist groups.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this, that this particular conflict has many dimensions. It has been going on for a very, very
What
long
dimensions,
time.
sir? Or what happened on the 7th of October? What dimensions does it have? On 7th of October, when Iran sent people to kill, did Iran send people to kill, rape Israeli women? Did Iran send them to kill and rape women, to kidnap children? Did Iran send them or not? We have to be quite clear about these things. You're a professor.
Well, I'm not too sure about it. As far as I understand, it was the Hamas who were primarily responsible for October 7th.
No. Who is Hamas?
Who is Hamas? Israel already.
Who is Hamas
what
a proxy
is still going on?
So who is Hamas a proxy for?
Hamas, the general theory is it was backed.
What is general theory, sir?
The whole
remind
question
him
that your discussion
Hamas
is
was
moving from
called
one point to
Tehran
another.
for
Rahman, bad audio control. I'm asking for Rahman and Sushil to be on air. It'll help me a great deal. Aditi, please. Yes.
May I ask Professor Rahman?
Yeah.
When Ismail Haniyeh, the head of Hamas, was a state guest in Tehran for the swearing in of Mahmoud, the new president, Pezeshkian, wasn't there a nexus between Iran and Hamas established beyond any doubt? When he was given a safe house to hide where he was still sorted out by Israel, wasn't this a clear indication as to Hamas and Iran being in the same bed? I agree with you. Iran and Israel have had a great relationship. That was before 1979, sir. Islamization of Iran created a rogue state in Iran whose reason for existence was finishing Israel, destroying Israel. That is when the change occurred. So it is currently the state of Iran has been seized by Islamists who are out to destroy Jews and Israel. Is there a doubt about it? Mahmoud Ahmadinejad proclaimed it 1,000 times during his reign that he exists only to annihilate Israel. Was there any doubt about it? Day in and day out, proclamations from Iran come as death to America, death to Israel. Does that leave any doubt in your head? Can these two states, can Iran be allowed to remain with these proclamations? Which world are you living in, Professor Rahman?
Well, there may be people who would be saying all kinds of things. I'm living in the same world where you are living. The only difference is this, that you are following a particular narrative, and I wanted to make it very clear that the big question is this: where should India stand?
I hear Iran say it day in and day out.
Where should India stand?
So
you see, the big question is where India should stand, right?
Where India should stand is that it should remind Iran that all the things it has done in the past are wrong, including telling the Hamas to commit mass rape. And Atikur Rahman may not want to hear that. Atikur Rahman will pretend to be switched off. There was mass rape, gang rape. It was used as an instrument by the Hamas, supported by Iran. You cannot put any justification for that. Like you can't put a justification for 26/11. You can't put a justification for 7th of October.
May I come in now?
Yeah, of course you can come in.
Thank you. October 7 was a crime against humanity.
Carried out by whom?
Yes.
Carried out by whom?
Yes, by Hamas.
Carried out by whom?
Agreed.
By unidentified people?
Come on, come to a point. A crime against humanity is a crime. Now,
a crime is against humanity is a crime. A crime against humanity is a crime. What a poem. Carried out by whom? Carried out by whom? What was Ayatollah Khomeini's response to that crime against humanity?
On the newborn baby was disproportionate crime against humanity. You cannot.
Now I want to reply to that, please. I want to reply to Atikur. Atikur, since I have your attention in your voice for a while, let me remind you. Now 1 minute. One minute. Just first of all, don't shout. Talk normally. Am I shouting? Is anybody shouting? You are shouting. That's why your phone line is also going bad. Listen to me. Your phone line, your earphone, I feel bad for the mic you are speaking to. I feel bad for your phone. I feel bad for your microphone. The microphone is complaining. Now listen to me. You keep talking about children being targeted. The Houthis, they have targeted so many children. In Hodeidah, in Thai's governorates, 19 children killed. Why? Because the Houthis said, put the mines in the farmlands and villages and wells so that the children and women will be killed by the mines. You want to make the narrative one-sided. You want to play victim. It's not going to work. Answer my question. You are an Indian, right? As an Indian, you can't support someone who's supporting Pakistan. Khatam. इतनी बात आपको समझ में नहीं क्यों आ रही?
You support Israel. It's a terrorist state, and you are supporting Israel.
I'm sorry. Pakistan calls India a terrorist state as well. Does it make a change to the facts?
Your viewers want to know that being an Indian, can you support Israel in comparison to Iran?
Of course I can. I will.
Yes.
I do support because Israel has been India's all-weather friend. Israel has been India's all-weather friend. On May 7th, yes, I support. Yes, you're challenging me. I support. On May 7th, the day Operation Sindoor was launched, Israel was the first nation which communicated to Republic through its ambassador that Israel supports India's right to self-defense.
You be friends to him. I will not.
Don't be.
I'm a friend of Iran.
Don't be.
I'm a friend of Iran. I'm a friend of justice. I'm a friend of proportionate.
If you're a friend of Iran, you're a friend of justice, then tell me your position. Don't tell me. You tell Deepak Vora, your position on Hamas. I will corner you on that. Iran has funded terrorist groups which have carried out thousands of killings. You want me to tell the number of fatalities that Israel has suffered?
Even I have the numbers.
What are your numbers?
60,000 plus on Gaza. 60,000 plus innocent lives lost by a terrorist state.
Why isn't the direction working? Why isn't Deepak Vora on the left-hand side of the screen? We don't have to wrap up the bulletin by putting a 7 window. Deepak Vora's turn. Deepak.
You are supporting a butcher called Netanyahu. A terrorist state you are supporting. And
same line.
Sir,
bear this. Please.
We are only saying that, sir, on the channel we are only saying that Israel has and the Jews have as much of a right to exist as anybody else. And if someone swears that he's committed to the elimination of the Jews, to wiping the Jewish state off the face of the earth, we do not support that, sir.
No. Equal rights, sir.
Has
equal rights to both.
Sir, let me complete, sir. Have the Israelis ever said they are committed to the elimination of Iran?
No.
Are you aware of this, sir? Have the Iranians ever said they are committed to the elimination of Israel? Are you aware?
I'll tell you a fact. Now I'll tell you who stands with India. You know, Nehru, I have a problem with Nehru. It's the misfortune of our country that we had a person like him as the first selected Prime Minister of India, not elected. But I would like to remind the viewers with one historical anecdote. 1962. Nehru had this whole sympathy for the Palestinian cause, like the Vadra Gandhi family has. But when Nehru reached out to Israeli Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion for help in arms, 1962,
they got it immediately.
Gurion wrote to Nehru saying, I have full sympathy and understanding for India, and provided India weapons for the Indian forces. That is when you find out who is with you and who's against you.
Yeah.
Israel has always been,
absolutely,
even if India has not always been with Israel, Israel has always been with us.
Israel has always been by side of India. They have always supported India. They were the first country that came out openly supporting India against terrorism. Most importantly, I would like to say it on record, Iran, what it was.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on the other side tonight, I'm happy to say that Air India has been trying to dodge our answers, but we got Air India down to accepting that they have had in the last 24 hours 26 cancellations. 26 cancellations in one day. What are you doing, Air India? You're not an airline, you're a mess. And DGCA, you gave them a clean sheet when I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be...
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप